forgot to press record. So yes, day 4 of the Earth Month Repurposed Art Challenge. Thank you for joining me here today. Snapdragon is our prompt today, and I actually took the time to draw my little Snapdragon out in very simple ways. I just played around with what I think the shapes are. I know here it's a very small picture, so if you saw my prompt on Instagram this morning, that's a larger picture you can see. And of course, you can just Google all of the Snapdragons and take a closer look at what they look like. So I am continuing with stitching onto my clear plastic lids, and I collected other plastic lids that I think would work if I cut them in such shapes. I don't think that they would curl like Snapdragon would. So it's sort of like this top section that is three-pronged and it curls out, and then there's a bottom section that's also sort of three-pronged and it curls out. I kind of wish I could see a live Snapdragon to really examine it, but I'm going to do my best with what I've got, because that's the whole idea about the Earth Month Repurposed Art Challenge. So I got these lids I can work with. I kind of feel like working in bright colors. I know on the prompt it's a white one with a pink inside, and I do have this pink, whoever Alan is. I guess it was from one of those flags. So I can do that. I have these lids. This one is transparent, and I kind of like that. I wonder if this would work. This is not transparent. I also have these hot pink wine corks, which I don't think I'm going to use. I don't know what I'm going to use yet, but these feel a little too harsh. Although I also think that these straws, this one that I cut up yesterday and tried to fold out, I think this might work. This might work. All right, so I think some experimenting is in order, first of all. I think, what if, so I need sort of 3 petals going up and 3 petals going down. So what if I cut this straw? So I have a smaller section, so I can do, can I make it curl? Can I make it curl like this? Will it let me manipulate it how I want to manipulate it? That is the question. You never know if the piece of trash, or not trash, piece of art material will do what you want it to do. I don't know. Can you hear the sirens behind me? I don't know what's happening. Anyhow, so this is a piece of the straw, and although I felt pretty good about it when I first started, I don't know that it's going to work so well. So let's see. What if I, well, first of all, I need to trim the lip off of this lid. That should be my first thing, because that is definitely not going to be helpful. So if I trim the lid off of this to start with, what will happen? This is the only pink lid I have, this transparent pink lid. At least I wasn't able to find a second one in my trash. All right, so this will come in handy for something else. I'm quite sure of it. So I'm trying to sort of manipulate and curl it and see if it will curl for me. And yeah, I think it would. Look at that. Okay, so if I cut, I think if I do this, I also have a white one. I wonder if the white one can be on the top and the pink can be on the bottom, or should I go with red? I don't know. What do you think? Red. I also like, I have a whole bunch of these red lids, and they have this Betty Crocker spoon on them. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. All right, I'm going to cut around this Betty Crocker spoon thingy. Because I think that could be an interesting statement. And will it let me curl it? And will the curl stay? Because right now it's letting me curl it, but will the, oh, look, it is actually staying. Well, sort of. It's uncurling itself. It's uncurling itself. Will it fully uncurl itself? Maybe this is the way to go. All right, here's another one. I'm just gonna cut around like I did here. And these could be my 3 bottom petals, maybe. I'm not. Once again, I don't think I'll be making an anatomically correct flower. That's just not gonna happen here. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna curl this one, and where's my, I knew I had another red lid. Okay, curled. Let's see, oh, there's the other red lid, haha. Oh, this one is not the same brand, but that's okay. I can cut out a similar teardrop shape. This can happen. I'm going to just kind of eyeball it. It's all experimental, and this will obviously have to go in the center because it's different and the other two are the same. So that's my thinking. I'm gonna stick to that. Okay, let's see if this curls just as well. Oh, this one is a little bit tougher. It's not as soft of a plastic as the other lid. It felt like it was the same softness, but it's not. Okay, but it is letting me curl it. The other two are staying curled, not super curled, but curled enough. Will this one let me do it? Yes, it's letting me do it. It's a little bit tougher, but maybe it'll stay better. All right, so I'm thinking that these are my 3 bottom petals, and maybe this is where I will, so they will go like this. They will go like this. I'm just holding them, obviously, and they'll be here like that. And then I need a top petal. The top petal sort of feels like all in one. Maybe I can do it with this. So it's sort of large. Should I do it out of white? Oh, I don't know. I don't feel like doing it out of white, but maybe yellow. I think I like yellow. I think I want to do it out of yellow. So it'll be red and yellow, and maybe I'll put a little pink inside. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm just going to basically cut away the lid, the lip, like this. This is getting rather large. I don't know that I want it to be this large. Sort of faking it. Trying to make it even on both sides. I may have failed miserably. And then it needs sort of little wedgies cut out of this. All right, let's see. Will it curl? Will it curl? Will it curl enough? I may have to have a few more of these yellow lids. This curls. So if I do this, if I stitch it like this, And these will go on the bottom. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I have this sort of pink and red variegated thread. I think that's what I'm going to use to stitch things down. Just feels like the right thing. So I'm going to do that. Oh, time to switch my glasses so I can actually thread my needle. Okay. Hello, hello. Welcome. I guess a lot of people are probably getting ready for the Easter celebrations tomorrow, or still doing Passover celebrations. I'm not sure. For us, tomorrow will be Palm Sunday. We'll celebrate Easter next Sunday this year. Okay, so how am I going to do this? I think I need to make a nice crease right here and stitch that crease down. And I'll probably have to tack some things. Yeah, I'm going to have to tack. So I'm going to push this through. And let's see, one big stitch. Come on, get in there. All right, and then one more little stitch and come out to the other side. All right, so I have this stitch down like this, but I want it to be going up like this. So I think I'm just gonna have to tack it on because it's not gonna stay on its own. Trying to manipulate it to stay. I think I need to cut into it a little more. I think I'm just going to tack it. Yep, I'm going to tack it at the very top. So I'm just going to stitch through here. And then I'm just going to take one little stitch through here. And that'll be enough to just tack it. And I'm going to actually go back through the same hole. Yeah, so there. So now it's going to stay that way. And the other two are sticking up a little bit, and that's okay. And this is what it looks like from the back. And I'm going to come back down here and just tie my thread off here. Oops. Maybe put a knot in it. No, I'm going to try to not put a knot in it. And I did. All right. Nope, I didn't tie it off. Come on. All right, now I tied it off. Okay, so now I gotta figure out how to stitch on these petals. I'm gonna stitch them on like this. Do I stitch them from the bottom? I think I'm just gonna have to do that and then tack them all down because they're not going to want to. Yeah. Pushing through. Okay. I think I'm going to stitch on the other two. So here's what it looks like right now, but I needed to do that. And I will tack it down later, but I think I need to stitch the other two first. So So if this one is straight on like this, the other two need to be like this, a little bit coming out. I think once the spring, summer gets going and the flower gardens fill with flowers, I'm gonna have to examine a snapdragon to see if I'm even close to anatomically correct on this. I am quite sure that I am not, but it would be interesting to see. Okay, so here are my 3 petals, and now I need to tack them down. And now I feel like, I don't know, what do I feel like? How am I gonna do this? I guess I'm just gonna do it one at a time. And then I feel like I need to like do something about the throat on this guy, because it looks just like an empty void at the moment. And I guess this one is gonna go like this. Go back through the same hole. It's actually pretty cool. I think that's gonna work. And then this one goes here. And back down through the same hole. So there's my strange looking snapdragon. I feel like it needs this hot pink in the middle. So I'm going to bring it back here and tie it off first. Okay, actually I can get a little looser, there we go. Be a little loose. There we go. Okay. Snip this off. Okay, so this may not be a very anatomically correct, again, flower. That's what I'm doing. I'm just winging along here. I think I need to do something here. I need this pink needs to be in here because I seem to have this empty hole. So I think I'm going to cut another teardrop shape. That's what I'm gonna do. It'll be aesthetically pleasing somewhat, but yeah, not anatomically correct. Okay, so here's a teardrop shape. I'm going to manipulate it as well. So I think what I'm going to do is stitch it in here like this so it goes over the yellow. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna take a stitch down here and it's gonna go through here, and then if that goes in there like this, all right, so I'm gonna take a stitch through here and go back out this way. I am kind of liking that I'm doing these almost 3D type experiments, because I have some ideas for larger pieces that is just allowing me to play with. Okay, so I got it going like this, but now I need to just attach it here. So I am going to go through the middle of this and then push through this yellow part as well. Okay, so now I'm going to curl this pink petal a little more and then take a stitch and go back out right next to the same hole. I think that will do. I think that will do. Look, I think it's coming out. All right. Now I just got to take a stitch to secure this over here. It's happening, it's happening. All right. Well, it's kind of a clownish looking snapdragon. It's Snapdragon reminiscent, shall we say. Not exactly my best work, but a fun experiment. And that's what it's all about, is just fun experiments. If I had time, I would try to do it again. And maybe I will. Maybe I will do some Snapdragon experiments in the future and see how they might turn out. Clearly, I need to take a good look at a real life Snapdragon to really see the shapes. I don't know if I will be able to replicate the shapes, but perhaps there's a better way that I would be able to represent the Snapdragon. So this is the clown version for now. So thanks for playing along. Please share your creations for Earth Month Repurposed Art Challenge with me. Make sure to tag me so that I can share it with everyone else and we can all revel in the fun that we're having. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.